An ancient mural called the Ridana di Renada, otherwise known as the Song of Kingdoms. It chronicles the time when elsewhere were 16 united kingdoms working in harmony. Unfortunately, it was shattered when the kingdoms entered into conflict. Yes, into exactly 16 pieces. My brother and I found and restored each and every one. And then, just as we were about to put all the pieces together again, they were stolen. Who would even do such a thing? Thank you for offering to help. Oddly enough, the thief did leave a note mentioning a grave of snake men. I suspect it refers to the tomb of the serpents, an old Akaviri crypt. Hopefully that is where you will find the missing pieces. Yes, it is. But that clue is all we have at the moment. It actually reminds me of the old Khajiiti legend, Rajin and a Trail of Ink. Perhaps our thief is a fan of the trickster god. Wouldn't be too surprising. He was a renowned thief who possessed the Ring of Khajiiti, which allowed him to be invisible, silent, and quick. He ascended to become an immortal trickster god and patron to thieves. Rajin and the Trail of Ink is but one of his many legends. The Rithana di Rinala was created during a time of peace between the 16 kingdoms. The peace between the kingdoms did not last. The mural was shattered into 16 pieces, one for each kingdom.
Truthful answer? What kind of trickster do you take this one for? Here, let us make a deal. If you find all the pieces, each and every one, Rachin will consider sharing his motivations. Only then. Of course, Rachin will provide clues. What fun would it be otherwise? 15 clues to find 15 pieces. Collect them all and restore Rithana di Renada, which was thought just a legend. Sound exciting, Walker? Here then, a book for your convenience. Is not Rachin kind? Ah, and one other thing. Outside help is strictly forbidden. Iraya might have solved this one's first clue, but the rest are up to you. A trickster, a hero, and an Rolla Cay, a land of fertile valleys and grand hills. But enough about Rachin's past romances, yes? Dune still has a shrine to Lorkhaj, yes? This is good. It is always wise for the Khajiit to revere the first trickster. The city of Rachin's youth. It was there that he rose from nothing to the Cat King of Thieves. There are still secret places in Senchal that only this one knows. Rachin did not often visit Helkar, for there was little gold to be found in a kingdom of shepherds. Besides, they had little kindness for strangers, especially those in this one's line of work. Torval seems to regard their newest mane rather highly. To think there would be a day when all of Elsewhere bowed their head to one Khajiit. Not that it's likely to last, of course. The kingdom will ever truly fall. Many Khajiit are skillful merchants, but none quite so clever as the river traders of Brukra, and none quite so willing to wink at elsewhere's laws, much to Rachin's benefit. Few are as skilled as the carpenters of Corinth. One could say they've carved out their reputation for themselves. No, Rachin is not pleased with that one. Kingdom of artistry. Rachin studied there as a single day. This may or may not have something to do with a rather pretty subject with rather little clothing. The kingdom of Kenarthia, land of sweet treats and sweeter meats. Rachin even kissed a mermaid on its moonlit shores. Or perhaps it was just a very shapely fish.
I'll admit, I've never been sure of how it plays this song. Perhaps through an enchantment. I can't help but feel that we're missing something here. Something that wouldn't be clear until the mural was restored once more. Good idea. No harm in having a look, now that the mural is complete. The Song of Kingdoms. I always wondered what it sounded like, ever since I was a kitten. I've read so many stories, but never was the song actually described. Aside from the fact that it might save our museum from financial ruin, ancient songs and scriptures have always fascinated me. It's almost as though they allow me to visit a different world, and I want everyone to be able to experience that. My father would tell me stories of our people in front of a roaring fire. Even the most dull tales sounded magical coming from him. History is more than mere facts. The way we remember things is important, yes?
Looking for something? Rachin is here to help.
Rachin? It's actually...
The feisty Khajiit is right, you know. The Rethana di Renada does have a song to sing. An awful shame that the jewel is still missing, yes? The singing crystal it was called. Rachin remembers how beautifully it glowed the night he stole it. Do not get your tail in a knot. Rachin stole it long ago, when still he walked the sands. The jewel now rests deep within a smuggler's den, the prized possession of Solomon the Sugar Slinger, a Khajiit of both great fortune and ill repute. This one has already provided transportation. So kind, is he not? Head north of Riverhold and meet with Kajad. He will take you to Sugar Slinger. And, fair warning, Walker, the singing crystal is well guarded. Best be careful. Rachin had a feeling you would see things his way. You speak of a Shadow of Rachin, not this Shadow of Rachin. There are 7 of us, each a different aspect of the great thief who once walked the sands of elsewhere, each with a different purpose. Let us take the shadow you met in Grotwood, for example. He represented Rachin's desire, the desperate greed for that which he wished to obtain, an important trait for any great thief to have. Ah, yes. Rachin always did love his sweetmeats. Desire unchecked rarely comes to good. When alive, Rachin was kept in balance by all of his aspects. Separated? Well, this one suspects that the pretty high elf isn't the only one who suffered. Why, this one is his charm, of course. Or perhaps his dashing good looks. But you are clever enough to restore the Rethana di Renada, no? This one is sure you can figure out what virtue he carries. Or perhaps, what vice.
You just missed the festivities, Walker. Nothing left. Though, if you wait around for a bit, perhaps that 5-claw stranger will come back. Wait, you don't want to go to the hideout, do you? Kajad isn't sure he's fit to steer. All right, let's not make the boss mad. Just don't expect it to be a particularly smooth ride.
We appreciate your patience, good lords and ladies. The viewing will begin in but a few short moments.
Please, don't mind the crowd. Izanji got a tad carried away when the mural was completed. He has invited wealthy nobles and merchants, even from Palatine in the south. Were you able to find the singing crystal? I'm pleased to hear that. Finally, the Song of Kingdoms will sing once more. And, should all go as planned, the House of Histories will receive some much-needed donations today as well. If we're to keep our doors open, yes. After all, collecting the wonders of elsewhere does not come freely, nor does our rent, for that matter. But never mind all that. Please, you should have the honor of placing the singing crystal. The Song of Kingdoms. I didn't know it would be quite so beautiful. And thanks to you, all of Elsewhere will be able to hear it. Perhaps even inspired by it, yes? Now, more than ever, we need to spread hope. Well, I suspect his involvement had much more to do with you than the mural itself. Feel free to visit the House of Histories anytime you wish, free of charge. And here, a gift for your many troubles. The House of Histories is proud to reveal the Ridana de Renada. Please, step forward for a better look. This mural was created as a symbol of peace many centuries ago. 16 kingdoms, yes, but one mural, one song, one people living in harmony. In this time of turmoil, it is our hope that the Ridana de Renada will inspire a renewed commitment